Okay, so you have to draw it, and that was that. So let's go over to, I asked you to start with 4, like to solve and do these questions. And they're based on what I'm seeing, and as you were working through it, some of the questions I will address today, okay? There's still some things that you need to make sure you get it right, because even though you do all the work beautifully, if you're not answering what you're supposed to answer, you're not going to do well on a test, right, or on a quiz, okay? And before I continue, I will just give you a quick overview as to where have we, okay? So after today, I'm going to expect you to know how to use both, right? Sine law or cosine law. So I will mix it up in your work right now. I assigned these, right? You worked through these on Friday? So listen carefully. You may have done it differently. Don't erase, okay? Just stick with the way you did it. There's nothing wrong with the way you have done it. So a lot of students erase and they want to do the way I did it. It's like I don't even want that. I just want you to get there, right? Okay. So when you solve a triangle, let me tell you this very specifically. You want to solve the largest angle first, right? Which is always across the longest side. Just look at the numbers. Don't even look at the diagram, right? 12.3 is right? So that's the first one I want you to solve. This course doesn't go into y. I could spend 2 weeks probably on y, but just trust me, right? Like then you're not going to have any issues later on, okay? So this is what I'm going to go with. It's SSS, right? So I know it's going to be cosine law. So I will start with finding angle x. So just pay attention. If you did this already, no problem. You still want to get this right. So 12.3 squared is going to be subtracted at the end. I grab the first two, square those, and add, right? And then at the bottom, you want these two to show up again, but they're just multiplying, okay? Because I'm running out of room here, I will figure out what the top and bottom is right away. Let me just grab my key here, make it a little bit faster. So there you get negative 58.04, and this is 83.64. Okay? Now, hold on. As soon as you have a negative, what does that tell me? My angle is going to be what? Obtuse. The negative will give me an obtuse angle. I think that's what you meant, right? You get an obtuse angle. It's important because, first of all, how many negatives are you going to have if you calculate the angles? You're only going to have one negative ever. Like a triangle cannot have more than one obtuse angle. So some students are like, how come I'm not getting a negative? That's okay, right? It's not always going to be negative. So that gives me this. Cosine of x is going to be negative 0.6939, and that keeps going. If you want angle x, you got to take the inverse of that negative value, right? And that gives you 133.94. Okay, so I'm going a little bit faster because I'm assuming you did this already, okay? Now, so now this might be new to some of you. Here's my red mark pen here. Watch this. So once I have the 133.94, I'm going to write that in here to show that I solved that, right? You now have a pair. I will bring this up here. Now have a pair. Use sine law. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? So that is technically your pair now. So you can go sine of 133.94 over 12.3 is equal to, and if you want to find y first, right, then you got to make sure you use the 8.2 down here, then you're finding y. Cross multiply and divide, Sine of y is 8.2 times sine of 133.94 over 12.3 sine of y. Hold on, I already taught you to just go angle y like that. Angle y is sine inverse of 0.4800. It keeps going. Angle y is 28.69 degrees. There's your angle y. Now that you have 2 out of the 3 angles, I'm just going to go over here and find angle z. And that is 180 minus 133.94 minus 28.69. I apologize for that. It's kind of crammed there, but you have the numbers. And so z is 1737. And there, now you solved it, right? Can you solve a triple side triangle? Yes, you can. Can you solve a triple A? Angle, angle, angle. Can that be solved? Who was paying attention last week? Yuri, can you solve it? You cannot. Oh, you were asking to. Go ahead. I forgot about you, Yuri. Sorry. I thought you were going to answer the question there. Anyways, you did. Okay. It's a 50-50, right? Okay. Let's try this one here. Largest angle is going to be right here. Okay. So cosine of r, I'm going to go minus 165 squared right there. Take the other ones, put them there. 2 times 116, 88. How about I do this? Dot, dot, dot. Angle R is going to be 107.16 degrees. Because I think at this point you know already. Angle S is going to be 30.64 degrees. And angle T is going to be 42.20. Okay. So I'm going to save you a lot of explanations there just by doing that. Okay. Write these down and then I will tell you what you're supposed to work on for the next little bit. Okay. Page 280, if you go to 280, let me just see here. .280 and 282. Okay. Work on page 280. So there's 2 questions here. And 282. You get don't do it 281. I'm just asking you to do page 280 and 282. Leave 281 for now. I will go over them in a little bit. And I will also kind of prepare you for the quiz. Not the quiz. Tomorrow's no quiz yet. It's just an AC, but go ahead. Get you ready for that. Okay?